What's up? What's up? What's up? Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, cool. Hey, ladies and gentlemen and ladies, welcome to the podcast. I'm Julian Blaq coming at you with my brother, Quarter Water TV, and one of my brothers from way back in the day, brother Russ, who's shit. Damn, how many years has been since we know each other? For a minute. Yo, I am Chase TV, might be rolling in here a little later. We don't know. He said he's coming, so we'll see him when he gets here, and we can load him in when he rolls in. But let's get into it. Let's see what we're going to talk about today. Hold up, let me turn Sean down a little bit. Well, if you're learning the music, that's my cousin Sean Silver. Please go and check him out on Spotify. Actually, I should have put a link to his Spotify in the description. I keep forgetting to do that. But
y'all can hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Yeah.
Just making sure my mic wasn't hooked up at first.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that was the laptop mic.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that shit bad though.
Yeah, I be seeing some people use the laptop mic, like, you know what I'm saying?
See, I'm a fancy ass streamer now. I gotta have my boom mic obnoxiously in front of my face.
Yeah, that just makes this good for the eyes and shit. The mic in the face,
aesthetics and shit.
Yeah,
I ain't even got the lights up. I got when I turn the streaming lights up, it kind of drowns out the background. Maybe that's why I keep it all velvety and dark in here all the time.
You're looking clear to me though right now. Like it's looking lighter than it usually look.
Yeah, because I got the streaming lights on them. Yeah. They got different heat to them.
Oh hell yeah! Trust me, shit is right on me. Like the way it look like this.
Right. So what's the first thing we want to get into in the conversation today? Well, we could introduce. I mean, I could introduce Russ some more because the folks that's coming through, they kind of know Quarter Water TV, and if they haven't already done so, please make sure you subscribe. Quarter Water TV on YouTube.
Please.
No.
But Russ, you want to speak a little bit about yourself, man? You got so many things you can get into, though.
I'm here for the vibe. I'm here to be a part of something. I'm not here for me. As we get into it, whoever listens to this will learn a little bit about the insight I give to whatever we talk about. But other than that, like I'm here with the bros. You feel me?
Understood. Pleasure having you here, big dog. It's always
Appreciate you, fam.
Let me see. There's been so much garbage going on with all this. I don't really want to. I was gonna start it out where we was gonna talk about the current state with some of the sports that you follow. I know Terrell follows hoop. You follow hoop as well.
Yeah. I follow boxing too.
You follow boxing? Okay, so you got.
Yeah.
Well, I know Russ do boxing as well, right? Because
I've done a little bit here and there. You feel me? Yeah.
It's a topic, man. I haven't followed boxing in freaking decades. I mean, I watch good matches every now and again. I haven't really followed hooping. I'll catch a championship here and there, maybe a game every now and again. I don't really follow.
Boxing is real interesting right now, from the welterweight all the way up to light heavyweight. It's probably the most interesting it's ever been, with the young talent mixed in with the veterans. That's what got me into it. It's Shakur Stevenson, the one that got me back into it, bro. He reminded me of Sugar Shane, bro, and I thought I'd never say that in my life, but the young man has poise, he has swag, he has
smart.
He's smart.
Super smart.
Yeah.
Super smart.
Yeah.
In that ring, he's definitely smart. I'm waiting for him to fight Tank, though. He got to fight Tank.
Now, before he gets to Tank, he got to go through Haney. And I think he's going to do what he got to do.
He's going to beat the shit out of Haney. Haney, I'm not a believer of Haney yet. Like, Haney, like, you know what I'm saying? Especially after that Lomachenko fight, he really lost.
Yeah. But no, I'm going to tell you the reason. But look, I'm going to tell you why he didn't lose. I'm going to give you a different perspective.
All right.
In boxing, the only sport where in order to beat the champ, you got to knock him out. Did Lomachenko knock him out?
He didn't beat him clearly. I get what you're saying.
Now he beat him clearly, but he didn't knock him out. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But he was dog walking.
Haney. He was dog walking him. That wasn't even no close fight to me.
But check this out. All great champions do one thing great. What does Haney do great?
What?
Nothing.
I was just about to say, like, well, I thought you was about to put me on.
No,
like,
he don't. He don't.
Nothing.
Like, he don't have power. He's not a counter puncher. He don't have good footwork. He don't have good defense. But he's above. I ain't gonna say good. He's above average at everything. Above average at best.
I give you that. I agree.
If I had to give him his one strength, I will probably say his stamina, because he's able to go to the distance. But as far as carrying a fight, as far as dominating the fight, he's not that type of fighter.
You know where his stamina? He get his stamina from. They said most of his fights is like in South America and shit, fighting the Mexicans. So you know the Mexican fighters. And this ain't no stereotype. This is real shit. You know when you fight them, you gonna have to beat them up. If you beat them up, you gonna have to beat them up the whole fight. Like it ain't gonna be no quick 1-2 rounds. You're gonna be pushing on like 10 rounds.
Check me out. Least. When I first moved from New Orleans to Cali, like when I was real young, and I learned how to play basketball. I learned how to play basketball against the Mexicans next door. And when I got good at it, I realized something. When I got tired running up and down the court, I could hear me breathing. I can't hear them breathing. I knew that was a big problem. They running up and down the court like it's nothing. I'm like, okay, so training against them really make you better, because that's what made me a better basketball player. I told myself this: if they could play good defense against me, and I could get past them, there's nobody who can stand in front of me.
That's a fact.
In my mind, that's how I thought. And so
they do have a lot of stamina, though. They do,
bros.
They got heart. They fight to the end. That's one of the things. Like when we see those little tiny ass, like a lot of the Central South Americans, they'll dominate the lower weight class, and you see them. That's like, even if they don't have all the skill, they just work harder than the next month.
And they tough. Like most of them got good chins. They could punch for real. Like it's something about the way they bone structure is. Most Mexicans, you ain't knocking them out with just one punch. They could take a punch.
You're not knocking them out at all, bro. At all. I don't care who. Look, unless you come with like Mike Tyson power, you not knocking them out, bro. Like,
facts. I agree with that shit. There's a tough people. I got some Mexicans live next door to me and shit.
Bro.
Good chunk of my
Mexican homies, all of my Latin friends. Like I'm telling you, I stay cool with them because I know one thing: they on your side.
They'll jump head first in the fire for you. That's a fact.
Facts, man.
That is a fact. They are definitely a loyal people. Like
I think with a bunch of the Latin culture, if they fuck with you, they fuck with you like hard. Yeah, especially old school cats.
Yeah, all these kids the same. It don't matter what nationality. They all the same. Like they could be white, black, Spanish, Chinese. It don't matter. They all all the same. Yeah, they all the same.
But jump. Hold up. I got this shit. I don't know where Chase's ass at. He should have rolled in by now.
Yeah, you already know that. But let me share this video because I want to see what you think about this video. Right?
Yes, sir.
This is it. Yeah, this is it. Tell me it's tripping again.
Nah, that
shit again.
Are you playing these as MP4s off of your actual Mac, or this is a link that you're streaming?
Nah, I'm playing it off a video off my Mac from the desktop.
I when it was letting me, it wasn't giving me much issues when I was streaming them. And then when I did the video, the only thing is like when you sent the video to me, it was ashy as hell.
Yeah, I already know. I'm not doing that again. That shit took too long. I don't know what it is with this shit tripping. It's not letting me do it again.
Here, let me see if it lets me add it to it. Yeah.
Dave, what would you be on what?
We're the superior race. Like, not as in like that.
Oh, that's mad.
We are the
Go to the beginning of the video.
I'm not gonna be like,
you gotta
I
hear
want
the
to be black
question.
because you guys have a.
Will it let me do that? Hold on.
It won't.
Oh yeah, it will. Yeah, it will. It will.
Right,
oh dang! I thought it because it was yours. I couldn't do that.
Caucasian. Caucasian.
I could have guessed. If you guys could be one race for a day, what would you be and why?
We're the superior race. Like, not as in, not as in like that.
Oh, that's mad.
We're the I'm not going to be like, I want to be black, because you guys have a terrible time of it.
Okay. So what would you be after that crazy answer?
I'll be mixed race.
Why is that?
My ex-boyfriend was mixed race growing up, but he never got it.
Why are you running?
It'd be quite interesting to experience like what other people are going through. I don't know, like I've never had someone comment on my race as a white girl.
Man. Man. So when I see shit like that, you know what it make me think? The first thing it make me think is how many people think like that.
Well, I just had a conversation with some individuals about this too. I said with the world history, for some reason, a lot of people have been taught that they were superior and they actually weren't. Man, we all have our strengths and our weaknesses, but some people, especially here stateside, they've been taught from generation to generation that they better. But then,
it's the I think they was from the UK though.
Yeah, they were. One was, I think, German.
They're from Germany. That's what the girl said. It's a typical German answer. So they wasn't even in America thinking that shit. Well, Germany's where the Holocaust happened. So we know that's how they think. And especially if you blonde hair and blue eyed and shit, they gonna, you feel what I'm saying? But go ahead.
No, the weird thing about that I never understood why people got, why they got antsy and said people were anti-Semitic when they talk about the success of Jewish folks, and it's because that was the rhetoric them cats used to start.
Hitler was using, they were saying that Hitler was saying. I had to do my research on that too, because I used to be like, nigga, what kind of bad stereotype is it to say a group of people got all the money? That ain't no bad. But then when I seen that, they were saying Hitler used that to, turn his people against the Jewish people. So I was like, oh, I get it why they sensitive about that shit. Like,
and generationally, those are some of the tightest group of people, man. They keep their money circulating once the people. That's one reason why they're successful too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because they keep all their money in house, and they don't, and they take everybody else money too. They'll take your money in, but they not sending it out. Like,
and that's what
you can't hate on them niggas.
You can't. I said some people need to take some notes from their book.
That's what everybody else. We all need to learn from them for real.
Yeah,
especially black people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we spend our money with everybody. Like,
we dump it everywhere else. That's what I told them. I said, if they ever pay reparations, they probably run out of Jordans, and like Dave Chappelle did with that skit. He said, all the chicken joints, the stocks have went through the roof.
The jewelry stores, the clothes stores, the car lots. That's probably the main shit niggas gonna be doing, like, and vacationing everywhere. Like,
we're the bottom of the poverty scale, but we buy the most luxury cars. We buy.
Even down to I seen some statistics. Some saying even the household products that we use, most black people use name brand shit more than any other race of people.
Yeah, there was this video. There was this video talking about back when they called us Negroes. There's a video said, "How do you analyze the Negro shopping habits?" And it was a funny video because it was like based in like the 1950s or maybe even the early.
We've been spending more money than everybody ever since we started having money. We've been spending it.
Yeah,
but here's the crazy thing about that. If you look at the races that spend the most, we're third on the chart. Third.
Who spends the most?
I want to say Jews, but they spend it amongst each other.
Oh, okay, I get it.
You see what I'm saying?
You talking about as far as the outgo money.
And then after that, I want to say the Chinese. Because you got to think about it. In every city, there's a Chinatown.
But they don't spend it with nobody else. They only spend it amongst each other too. Chinese people like that too.
True, but guess what? They spend it amongst each other, but they're getting everybody else's dollar. Because guess what? I bet you 1 million people ate Chinese food today in everybody's city.
It's a Chinese food. It's a Chinese store at everybody hood.
Yeah,
every hood in America.
At least 5 of them.
Facts.
So you got to think. You got to pick it. You got to pick your poison. Do you want to eat the good Chinese food? You want to get the Chinese food that's gonna give you the most rice, the most orange chicken. You see what I'm saying? We know the spots to go to. So they not only getting their money, they getting our money and they not giving our money back. They're just gonna wait till we give them more. So, but what the thing about us is, we're gonna go buy that Balmain. We're gonna go buy that Amiri. We're gonna go buy that new drop top Benz. We're gonna go get that. We're gonna go get that new Tesla truck. We're gonna go get that new this, new this, that, and the other. But we're not pouring back into what matters, which is us. But it's another. It's another thing on the flip side of the coin. I'm one of those people that like to give context.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing to give people reason to give back to us?
See, that's a slippery slope. I'm gonna show you the main reason why we can't really we don't really get to spend money with each other.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as somebody black get a business, right? They build this business up. As soon as they build it up, what's the first thing they do? Sell that shit.
Well, true.
Think about
also,
every. I'm just hold on. Every black, every very successful black business or company, as soon as they get to a certain level, they sell it. So we don't really never own shit.
True.
That's the
but
problem.
Also another thing. But I have a question for you. And how many black business from the 90s still exist today?
It's not very much.
But if I ask you this question, I know you're gonna have an answer for it. How many businesses from the 90s still exist today?
I mean, businesses that started in the 90s?
Yeah. No matter where in the 90s, just businesses, right? And see, this is something I had to understand when creating my platforms and building business within the last 6 years. I realized that if I put my name, if I put the term black business on my business, I'm only expected to get business from black people. But if I put the phrase business on my business, everybody's welcome to my business. So as much as we spend, we're not giving each other a reason, like you said, because somebody will start a new clothing brand today. They'll make it. They'll get a good wave off of it. They'll sell it just because they're looking for an opportunity to get out, but also to get ahead on or head start on their dreams that they had not thinking about sustainability, not thinking about longevity, stuff like that. So it's a gift and a curse. You feel me?
And another thing we do too, and a part of the reason why I think people, us as a whole, we sell our companies, is because we have like a very singular mindset. Like the Jews and the Chinese, the Jewish people and the Chinese, they come together. They there to make as a whole to make everybody eat. We come in, we just want to eat. Fuck that. I want me and mine to eat. That's it. So we ain't really coming in. We coming in to get the bag. That's why I hate when people are like, I'm coming to get the bag. I hate that shit. I hate that. I hate that phrase, dog. I hate it because it's selfish.
Yeah,
selfish. It ain't gonna be no bag. It ain't gonna be no bag. Everybody keep snatching little dollars for themselves instead of grabbing a whole bag for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But that's the part of the problem. It's like basically it's a system for real. The system.
That's why it's sometimes like even in the manosphere, especially amongst the black content creators, they're promoting unity and brotherhood amongst black men, so they could grow. They want you to be with like-minded brothers, want you to be with like-minded people that are gonna want your success. And unfortunately, that means sometimes some people gotta go. You can't keep yourself surrounded with certain individuals because you outgrow them.
Yeah, the only thing with the manosphere, they let it's now the manosphere is getting broken up into like sections now.
True.
Because now you got people that's too outrageous. You feel what I'm saying? Like saying shit like women shouldn't vote and all this goofy shit. Like you guys just going too extreme. Like it gotta be some kind of balance. It's like niggas is either super simpy or super extreme. It gotta be some kind of balance. Like you know what I'm saying? And that's what the manosphere is like. It's either one side or the other type shit.
I think them extreme motherfuckers is just click whores.
Myron is a little extreme sometimes.
Myron is a little, he a lot of what he'll
but
do.
That's the Arab in him.
Yeah.
Them niggas be kind of on that shit though. I ain't gonna lie. They really be on that, like in that community.
Yeah.
Like,
but the target for Myron is he's here to break the subconsciousness of women to help them understand that they've been a problem that nobody's acknowledged, not even themselves.
That's true. That's definitely true.
So at first I thought he was obnoxious as hell. I'm like, this dude talking about the same shit every day, but I realized he don't have the same women on every day. So what I realize is most of the conversation that women are bringing him all leads to the same road he's going down.
That's why he repeats.
Yeah, and then sometimes I'll be like, man, if I had to deal with these kind of chicks every day, I'd be like, God damn, too, like, man,
I couldn't do it.
What, man?
I couldn't do it. It became. I remember it was one point in my life where if I didn't have women in my life, I felt like my life was incomplete. Like I had to have them, right? And no matter if I had a girlfriend or I had just women in general, friends, side people, whatever the case may be. Now I don't want that shit in my life at all. Like. You keep that chaos over there. I'm straight.
It's a different batch of women out here too. Like, oh man.
Yeah.
Man.
Right.
Let me say this though. Let me not just put it on the women too. It's a different batch of humans out here for real. Cause men, it's some men on some bullshit too, like on some shit that I never seen before too. Like, so I can't really just put it on.
What do you mean by? What do you mean by like give an example about what like some shit you never seen before?
A lot of this behavior that these women are putting out here, a lot of the men are accepting it.
True.
Yeah.
And that's why when you hear women say, "Oh, men are the new bitches," you can't argue with them because certain shit these niggas is doing is like women shit. Like,
they partake.
But I have one question that shut that argument down.
Mm-hmm.
Who raised them?
Women.
Yeah. Exactly. So if men are acting like women and women are the reason who raised them, who's the problem? Who's the reason behind men acting that way?
Oh, I don't got no argument with that, but it comes a time when we all was raised by women, right? But it come a time when you gotta grow up and be like, all right, I'm acting like a bitch. You feel what I'm saying? And a part of this shit that these women be doing to these niggas is because niggas be allowing that shit.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? If you come in a woman's house, you in her house, you driving her car, you're late to pick her up from work. You feel what I'm saying? She gotta treat you like one of her kids. Now the next nigga that get her, she talking to that nigga crazy because what you did to her. So it's like humans, exactly.
It's a cycle because that was once me. I was once that dude who was a simp who was in a relationship and wanted the lovey-dovey type, and then my girl broke my heart, and then a whole bunch of other ones broke my heart, and then it took the right one to turn me to a demon. And when I became a demon, I was the one doing exactly what you're saying to these women because that's the only thing they respected. They didn't respect me saying I love you, I appreciate you, you look beautiful today. This, that, and they loved it they loved it more when I say, I don't even know if I can say this, but if I do, let me know if I'm wrong for saying this. They'll respect me more if I'm saying, hey yo, I'm gonna put my Timberlands on and put my foot on your neck. Like you see what I'm saying? And then go ahead.
I think that's a big part that women don't understand too. When they be asking why I be getting dogged out, it's because as a whole, y'all don't really be respecting nice niggas. Y'all be respecting the nigga that come in there on some dog shit.
And then they have a couple babies with these dog dudes, and then they want the nice dude later in life.
Yeah, that come rescue them. And still, just the crazy shit. And even later in life, the old bitch might still be doubling back to the dog dude to go fuck sometime.
Facts.
This the psychology that a lot of women don't. You feel what I'm saying? They don't understand that part, like the dark side, because this is the thing. This is the thing that I agree with Myron, and he be trying to tell them chicks. When women get in groups, they be lying to each other.
True.
Nobody's telling the truth. Everybody acting like I never cheated on my man. Oh, this and that. They all telling these lies, and it's like, see, men, we know the truth. We know that women be cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Cause most niggas will tell you they probably done had sex with a married woman or a woman that was in a relationship. All of that.
I'm one of
men.
them.
If you take 100 men and you put them in a room, I'm saying about 95 of them done did it.
Yeah, I'll plead the fifth.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing with me.
Bro, you can't even tell me nothing. I already know all you feel what I'm saying?
Look, 90% of the women I had sex with in my life, I'm talking about my lifetime, was either in a relationship or married. Like, single women never really fucked with me ever.
I bet you this: if you tell a woman that, they ain't gonna believe.
They don't.
Or they either gonna think it's a little bit. It's either a few women. They ain't gonna think it's as much women as it is. Women cheat as much as men do. They just slippery about it. And if a man is sleeping with a woman with another man's wife, he ain't run around telling everybody.
Of course not.
And they can keep it to itself. But you sleep. If a woman sleeping with another woman's husband, she want to tell everybody.
Tell all her girlfriends.
Yeah, just go by the girl job and just doing weird shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's how niggas be getting caught. Like, it ain't because niggas be stupid. It's because I ain't gonna front. Women ain't playing the game fair for real.
They're not.
They not.
Because a woman to have somebody to know she can call if she going through something mentally. She got somebody who can call for a car breakdown. She got somebody to put gas in the car. She got somebody to buy a Starbucks, somebody to buy a McDonald's, somebody to buy Chinese food. Somebody's gonna fly around and all the other stuff. But they expect us to just sit up there and say, you know what, I accept you who you are, and I accept the fact that you're not gonna do me dirt. Like,
yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Let me say this too. I want to throw this out just for anybody that ever sees this. I'm not saying all women. I'm speaking in general.
Me too.
Speaking in general.
Me too.
Yeah, you always got to throw that out there too.
Yeah, because if somebody will say, everybody think they special, so everybody take everything personally when they hear shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody think they special. That's what's wrong with everybody think they special.
And their world revolves around them and their experiences.
Right.
But sometimes you gotta look a motherfucker in the eye and tell them, baby girl, you special.
Nah. Because that's what they want to hear. Like,
exactly, bro. Like,
that's how he get the draws.
Nah, look, for a good portion of my life, I'm about to tell a secret of mine that used to give me the draws. I used to say two things. I say, why my number not on your phone yet? And they always say, well, I got a boyfriend or a man or married, shit like that. I took my energy from the OJ case. This is wild. I think wild. I put my hands up and I say, I don't break up happy homes. And the shit that come out their mouth after that, bro, oh my God. I'm gonna just tell you the top three. Who said my household was happy?
Oh yeah, that's how you know. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying about this. Man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy because once they say that, you first of all you talking too much. You feel what I'm saying? As a woman that's involved, you're doing too much talking. That's number one. Number two, as soon as you start saying anything negative about your household, we hunting.
For real. To be like,
we are men, we hunting. So we listening for cue words. And this is another thing too. Women, like I said, everybody think they special, especially women. So they thinking this is some shit that we never heard. We probably heard this thousands of times. You know what I'm saying? Like, we human. We all got similar shit. I don't care how individualistic we think we are. We all got shit that's in common with our pack. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a nigga. I like chicken. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I guess I'm a nigga too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? White people as a whole, they put weird shit in their food that we don't, like raisins and you know what I'm saying, shit like that, and they salad and shit like that.
That's what started World War II. I promise you. Like, you can't tell me that.
You know what I'm saying? They put weird shit in their food.
The raisin in a potato salad is a special breed of white folks. I think them Southern Cajun white folks, they season their stuff just like black folks.
Yeah, because they learn from Mama did.
Yeah.
Big Mama, the one that taught the Southern whites how to cook. They wasn't cooking. And this is history. You can't tell me nothing different. You go even watch the old movies. The slave master wife never did nothing.
Yeah.
She didn't even raise her kids.
So it was the importance where they would have lactated.
She was a trophy wife. That's all she was.
Right. And they still doing that shit to this day. Rich white people, when they get their wife is useless. They can't do, she don't do nothing. She don't cook. This is no disrespect to nobody. She just had the baby. She don't even watch the babies. She don't work. She don't cook. She don't clean. Why you think? Look at the divorce rate in America is so high because a lot of that comes from white people that got money too. Because if you watch them, they get their wife when they're young. Soon as the wife start getting a little wrinkles, shit like that, they get rid of her and get another bitch and start all over again.
Yeah, I think that's a certain level of rich. But if it's high quality,
even a little bit of rich. If they got a little bit of money, they all do that same shit. I'm telling you. They wait till their kids get a little bigger. They get divorced from their old wife, and then they get the secretary bitch that they been hired for the side bitch. Yeah, that's the side bitch. They been had her there. They was been fucking on her, but they just hired her to keep her there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, what was this?
That shit over and over again.
Yeah, I watched this podcast where it was a girl that was asking a question. It was an audience podcast, and she asked a question because she was the side chick, and she wanted to know if her man, really, the dude that she was, with, really liked her. And then the dude said, "Well, I'm gonna tell you something. They like you because you was convenient. They like you because I got to hang up on my girl call. They like," he said, "They like you, but he love his woman. That's who he want to be with. He not leaving her for you."
Facts.
He gonna keep you there as long as you stay there.
You know what I'm saying?
Unless his wife catch him.
True.
And his wife leave him, then he might think about going to you.
Or that, or he probably got a bunch of other things, a bunch of other options.
But that's what I'm saying. The side bitch, the women ain't playing fair. If you a side bitch, why you keep trying to take this man from his wife and you knew what it was from the beginning? What is this?
You understood the assignment.
Yeah, like right, boom, right. A nigga that goes messing with a married woman and knows this woman is married ain't trying to take this bitch from her husband. He just trying to fuck sometimes.
Women are possessive. Think about this.
Facts.
Look, we can all be single, right? We could try to holler. No women gonna want us. Look, y'all Juju could go get married. You can go get a girl, and I could just go on Amazon and give me a engagement ring and be toxic as hell, right?
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, the floodgates open. Now I ain't know you was taken. I ain't know you was interested.
Strange.
You see what I'm saying? And so just like we not going into a married relationship or marriage trying to take them, right? Women are competitive, and the only thing they're competitive at is my man doing better than yours?
Yeah.
And if you're not gonna treat him right, I know I can't. I'm gonna take him from you.
Or my man treating me better than your man treat. It's always something like that. It's
always something like that, bro.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's true.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I've been single for a minute now, and I don't even think about like some of the shit I be hearing people going through in their relationships. I'll be like, yo, I would not tolerate that shit. I would not, yo. Girl coming at me with some shit, I was like, I'm just too old. I'm just
even. It's even to the point where I be hearing my folks be in a relationship. They live in the same house and ain't even having sex. What is that? I'm not putting up with none of that shit.
Oh hell,
I'm out of there. I'm out of there. What is this? We ain't even doing this roommate shit.
And here's what's funny with me was like most of my relationships, if it was a solid relationship, I was living with the chick, dealing with the chick. I never had that. I never had that where they didn't want it. So when I first got in my first one, where the girl was acting like she didn't, I was like, bitch, what's wrong with you? What's up?
Yeah, I can't. Look, I'm not even dealing with that shit. I'm out.
I solemnly swear, like, look, I made a pact. Ever since I seen this meme, I'm living my life like this the rest of my life. And the meme go like this: either we fucking or I'm fucking. Look, either we gonna fuck or I'm out of here, and I'm going to, because everybody know life is too short. I'm not about to sit up there and live my life to a point where we're arguing about something that doesn't even exist just to appease you and your emotions, just so you could take away opportunity for me to do what I want to do in the first place. Get intimate with you, get closer to you, love you, and ultimately fuck. Right? So if we not going to do that, I'm going to do it somewhere else. That's my mindset. Look, I remember the game of life when I was younger. The game of life never told me I had to stick around. It told me to continue on that path.
Man.
It's the truth.
She stopped giving you sex, man. She checked out mentally. It's over anyway.
And that's
you might as well just leave.
Yeah, the one I had that did that, she was checked out.
She
was
checked
done.
out, nigga. Yeah. Once it get to that, she gone. But some niggas just, this is what I'm saying about people being different. Now some niggas will know that she checked out mentally and still just want to stay there and want to. I'ma just stay. Nah, I'm out. I don't fuck how much I love you. I'm out.
He was like, I'm in this unphysical relationship with a cranky chick, and I got chicks that want to be with me that can't keep their hands off of me, but I'm gonna stay with your raggedy ass.
I'm gonna keep it funky. I don't give a fuck if no bitch on earth want to be with me. I'm still not staying. Like, so what is this? Like, I'm not gonna. I love myself, right? I'm not dealing with this shit. First of all, it's not even good for you either, bitch. We both sitting in this bed. We angry, mad, bad energy. Like, let's move it. Let's move this along, man. We making it just. We fighting the inevitable, man. You know what I'm saying? Once it get to that, it's over, man. Once it gets to that, I'm be like, all right, we gotta talk now. Like, all right.
Yeah. That's what I did.
You're a better man than me. You're a better man than me. Because at that point, there is no talking for me. Like, we had all the time to talk, and you chose to just keep that shit within and hold it against me.
I'm saying, say if it be like a week go by, I'm be like, all right, what's up? Right, not like no months and no shit like that. After a week, I'm be like, what's up? I just because I want to know, because maybe she's stressing about something. Maybe maybe I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? Right. I ain't just gonna jump the gun, like, you know what I'm saying? Because you could be wrong. Maybe she going through some mental shit or something like. But I'm gonna ask though. We gonna have to talk. Like,
he's like, girl, who you giving that cat to? You ain't giving it to me.
Or not even, or she might not be giving it to nobody. Just not interested in you is enough for me. Like,
that is enough. Yeah. The one circumstance I dealt with that, it was soon as I let it go like 3 weeks before I said something, and I was like, yo, what's up? What's going on? And then she goes, I could go a year without it. And I was like, well, you should have told me that. You wouldn't have stand a chance in a relationship with me.
I'm out. What?
Yeah. After she told me that, I checked out. I checked out myself.
You need to go see a therapist. You need some therapy. Like, what? Like,
then I was like,
check out like that a year. Like, you think I'm supposed to deal with that too? You probably should stay by yourself then.
That's what I told her too. I was like, no wonder her last relationship, her man went out and made a baby on her. I said, if you wasn't giving him buns, of course.
You got the nerve to be upset. All right, so if you could go a year, you cool with your man fucking on you then?
You need to be.
What is this? Like, what? Like, what the fuck?
Even if I don't feel like it, I always tell my girl, if you can wake it up, you can have it. I'm cool anytime you want, girl. As long as you can wake it up, we getting it in, even if I don't feel like it.
Yeah, that shit is what it is. But if we just going like we just in the bed, just badass energy, like might as well wrap this up, man. The fuck? Yeah, go be happy with somebody else, like, and I'll do the same. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hell no.
I'm giving you a 10-minute notice.
That nigga cold-blooded.
I wasted. Look, bro. I wasted enough time trying to. Baby, what's wrong? Oh, you could tell me later.
That's one chick though, but it's the same.
No. But look, this one chick taught me a lot about chicks though.
All right.
Because the same chick, right? I'm gonna just tell you a quick story about real quick. So this woman, I was with her when I was younger. I was 21. She was 18, and it was a crazy story how we even met. I met her on the campus of UCLA at a basketball game. So I'm thinking she a junior. So I'm over there talking to her, flirting with everything. I end up going to her crib. And then for a party, but she didn't tell me what type of party it was. Ended up being her birthday party. No, not a birthday. It was somebody's birthday party. But then she was like, "Oh, I just turned 18." I'm like, "Wait, ain't you a junior?" She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh fuck." But once the parents was cool with it, I was cool with it. So, long story short, this was after she took me to the Jay-Z Blueprint 3 concert.
Mm-hmm.
Life was good. Then all of a sudden, after a crazy smash session, she turned her back on me and kicked me off the bed when she fell into a deep sleep. But what happened is when I fell off the bed, the blanket fell off the bed, the pillow fell off the bed, and her phone fell off the bed. So mind you, I thought it was my phone, and I go to open it up to see what time it was. But when I opened it up, it didn't go to the main screen. It went to an email thread. And the email thread went something like this. Hey, yo, when that bitch ass nigga leave? I was like, he gonna leave tomorrow about 4. And he was like, so bet. So I'm gonna smash your cheeks to the sunset tomorrow? And he was like, yeah, I just gotta get ready after he leave. And this was through an email thread, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And so after that, I was like, I was still a simp then because I really wanted to work things out, but at the same time, I didn't know how because it was already set in stone.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward, every woman past that after that had something not to that extreme. They showed me something different, but it was around the same thing. Like they'll be like, oh my boy, they'll hit me up 6 months later. Oh my boyfriend died. Well, you didn't have a boyfriend 6 months ago when we was talking.
Mm-hmm.
Why is this my problem now that you going through something? It would have been my problem 6 months ago if we would have been together, but this is not my problem. I'm not dealing with it. And so a lot of what men don't understand is women that go around saying that they're the prize, but a prize is hard to find, and there's
That's a
less
fact.
men. And there's less men when it comes in a world that are not married, that are not a part of the LGBTQ community,
Man.
that are over 6 feet, that are
Mm-hmm.
I think it's another category too. So that don't leave that many men compared to women. We talking about, I want to say if I did my math correctly, it's about in between 8 and 11 million men compared to like 60 million women.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The ratio when I went to college was 1 to 13, me to 13 women in Texas. That number has to be at least double now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So you mean to tell me I got to settle for one and deal with the shit that one gonna give me when I can go out and do way worse by getting another one and another. So the mindset for me is different than most other men because most other men just had the idea of, okay, I'm gonna have the same family my father had, my grandfather had, and keep the bloodline going. Me, hell no.
Who was it? They called it hoflation. They said men today got to work 10 times as hard for women that are 20 times worse than their grandmas. They got to work harder than their grandpas.
I don't. The crazy shit is, I think the work hard part is a myth too, man. That shit ain't. I think it's probably easier. Man. These chicks, huh?
Easier to do what? To get a good one?
It's probably hard. Oh, you mean to get a good one? Oh yeah, it's almost impossible. That shit is like for real, nigga. That shit is it's fucked up out here.
Yeah, it's fucked up out here in the streets. I just posted this shit on my Instagram. I was like, what was the post? I said, fuck love. I'm trying to get someone to pay 50-50 on the rent and fuck.
Oh yeah, I seen that. Yeah. The problem is the ones that are good, the good girls be hanging out with the hoes too. Like, so eventually, you know what I'm saying? It's all fucked up now. Like, so I don't know.
Like Kevin Samuels.
If you go somewhere and if you think going somewhere twerking and shit is a good time, I don't understand that. That's what I'm saying. This shit is crazy. Like, I don't understand that shit. Like,
I've been turned off by that twerking stuff the moment that social media became as prevalent as it is, because as soon as I hop on Instagram, bro, I scroll. That's all I see.
That's all you see for real. That's like, god damn, like that's all. Like every time y'all go out, like it be like y'all can't go nowhere without doing that shit.
Without shaking your ass meat.
Yeah, bro. Like it's like no matter where y'all at, you can't be like, oh, I was in a club. Y'all do that shit everywhere. Y'all at the kiddie pool doing it. Y'all in people restaurants doing it. Y'all at the family cookout doing it. You at the bar doing it. You everywhere doing that shit, yelling in the camera.
Facts. I'm at the point in life where I'll be turned on if a bitch read a book to me.
Like, and read a book.
Like that's different. I ain't never had that before.
Man, these chicks don't read, man.
I'm just saying, like I'm just letting you know
where I'm at with it. Do they be reading?
Some do, like possibly. Certain of them do, but it's like that's what it is for me. Like twerking used to be that thing. Like I'm ready to see something. I'm trying to drop down low with you. Now it's like you another one. Like
I make it a purpose not to like any of that crazy shit on Twitter or Instagram, but I still keep seeing cakes in my time.
Instagram promote that shit because I'm telling you, I don't follow none of them like them Instagram bitches. I don't follow none of them. But if you go on my explore page, that's all that's there. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't looking for that shit. That's Instagram doing that shit.
I had to follow, like I screwed up once on Twitter and followed this one chick, and my whole feed was full of her going to work with a marital aid with a dong. And I was like, oh, hell no. I went and unfollowed that hoe right away.
Yeah, like, I ain't and see that shit all day.
I want to look for my adult content the old-fashioned way. I want to Google the shit. I want to look it up.
I'm cool with it. I don't got nothing against that shit, but I don't want to see that shit everywhere I go type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck y'all got going on?
Right. And that's what
even I told you the other day when I went on Twitch and I seen the chick there with just paint. I'm like, what the fuck is it? Y'all infesting the kids now with this shit? Like, this was a game. I remember Twitch like 8 to 10 years ago when it was just video game shit.
Well, her doing the face paint, she has to put her broadcast 18 and up. Do you see?
But still though,
yeah.
Y'all infesting the kids shit, like even TikTok, right? Let me show you what TikTok was. My son had TikTok when he was like 4 years old, but it wasn't called TikTok. It was called some shit called Songly or some shit. And it was just for kids singing like lip singing songs and shit like that. That's what it was for originally. Now you got y'all done fucked up TikTok. Now TikTok like what the fuck?
It's cheeks and cakes.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like,
I'm gonna tell you something about TikTok that a lot of people don't know. It's not a social media app. It's a search engine. So when you first log on to TikTok, that's what you're gonna see. You're gonna see a lot of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But say for instance, I tested this out a long time ago. I just searched big titty goth girl on TikTok. I didn't even like no videos. I just watched 2. The whole video. When I went back to my For You page, all I had to do was swipe, and I seen them nothing but goth women.
Oh, now that makes sense. So that means it must be like some kind of computer generated shit that's controlling the algorithm.
No, it's an algorithm giving you exactly what you look for. If you like something, if you watch something, if you share something, if you save something, you're giving it attention. The algorithm is going to give you everything that you're giving attention to.
But I bet you if I go up there, I don't have a TikTok, but I bet you if I start a TikTok right now and don't search nothing, somehow there'll be a chick with some big titties up there somehow.
Yo,
definitely, lots of them.
Bob says TikTok, and he tells you, he's like, it's nothing but ass.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy how they just that shit has infested everything. Like, goddamn, leave some shit for like regular motherfuckers. Like, everybody ain't on the
imagination destroyed, bro.
For real,
my imagination destroyed. I didn't see so much to the point where I can't be impressed no more.
Yeah,
like you're gonna have to show me something out of this world that never been seen. You're gonna have to invent something.
Now, I do have a rule. If I follow a girl that has hoish tendencies and she's a content creator, she gotta be funny. She gotta have a talent that makes me want to watch her content, or I'm not following.
I ain't gonna front. A lot of these chicks be thinking they funny and they not.
Nah.
Niggas just want to fuck you.
I found a couple of funny hoes.
Niggas just be wanting to fuck, so you think you funny, but you really ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Motherfuckers will laugh.
I think no disrespect, even if you hear this, I no disrespect, I'm gonna say it anyway. I think Jess hilarious, think she's funny, but niggas just be wanting to fuck. You're not really funny. You know what I'm saying? That's why, and I think she figured it out. That's why now she be half dressed and shit. Before, when she wasn't like that in the beginning.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel
you get more attention like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, what's up, Smaze 2000? What's up, Miss Lovable showing up on Twitch? Appreciate you guys rolling through. But yo,
that superior shit is crazy though too.
Yo, my thing is too is that Joe Rogan said this on one of his podcasts. He said, if there's a race that's so superior, why are black people so good at everything? He said every aspect and every metric, if black people focus and want to do it, they dominate.
I mean, technically, if you, especially American blacks, if you want to break it down, we should be more fucked up than we are, though.
True. Here's what surprises me with American
if they be like, oh, y'all be running crazy, but if you really technically, if you break it down to what happened to us in this country,
our suicide
not being able to read for like 200 years and all this goofy shit, we should probably be way more fucked up than we are. It should be less niggas with money than it is. It's way more. I know whoever playing this, I was like, them niggas, this is way too many of them niggas with money. Like, it's way too many of them with money. It's way too many of them in the middle class too.
Yeah.
Because if you really want to break it down, in my opinion, I don't know if this statistically right or not. I'm just saying, in my opinion, nobody's poorer than a poor white man.
I mean,
like,
true.
Poor white people be in the hood. They be having one pair of sneakers for like 6 years. It'd be different. It'd be a different kind of poor. That you feel saying, because at least a nigga, you could go around the corner to your aunt's house and eat. Like, you know what I'm saying?
What's the difference? We might spend all our money on shoes and clothes and stuff like that. We ain't had to deal with crack in the house. We ain't have to deal with meth in the house.
Yeah.
We didn't have to deal with certain abusive tactics in the family. We didn't have to deal with certain things. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying that we perfect, but because we all got to deal with something. But at the same time, I didn't have to deal with. Deal with.
Yeah, them niggas be dealing with it rough, man. I seen like videos of like places in West Virginia, like, man, that shit make any hood look like luxury, nigga. That shit, nigga, they was living like 1920, and this is today. Yeah. This is like War, West Virginia today. Look crazy.
And also they too, like, because a lot of Southern blacks live at the poverty line. They came up with the poor whites too. So that's like poor white culture and poor black culture are sort of similar in those environments.
I just think poor whitey is more fucked up. They way more poor than poor black people.
It's way more.
And I just think if you take if you take a poor that's not homeless, just regular poor, a poor black family and a poor white family, that white family fucked up, dogs. Nigga, what?
We had a foot forward because our older generations, they was real niggas. They was like tight. They had a sense of duty. Like they came from nothing. Like I look at the influences we had growing up with our grandparents and, you know, some people in our family. We had some really good examples of how not to do shit or how to do shit.
Yeah.
We have both. We have from the crackhead to the president of a bank in our family.
Yeah, and they'll be brothers.
Yo, for real.
Dead ass. It'd be two brothers. One was a crackhead. The other one was like CEO of some kind of company or some shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Dead ass. Like,
that's what black folks have had.
But with them though, they'll have generations of crackheads.
Yeah.
Like the grandpa, grandma, the auntie, everybody on crack.
Like,
it ain't no black people out here like that. The whole family.
No.
That don't exist. Like they might think it does, but that you can catch like a whole. You might catch. Matter of fact, you ain't even gonna catch most of the family that's on drugs. It's always one uncle or your crazy ass aunt. Like it's shit like that. It's never like most of your family. It's a couple of motherfuckers that's on crack. You got the uncle that's locked up. You know what I'm saying? Cousin that be around the corner shooting niggas. That type of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But they be having like they whole family like be fucked
up.
Yeah, just fucked up for generations. Like, you know what I'm saying? They ain't been around the corner in generations. Like a lot of times, for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they be having it rough. So that's why Trump won.
Yo, that's what I tell motherfuckers, man.
That's why he won. His fan base is most of America, poor white people.
Yeah,
that whole middle, like the whole middle, that whole middle is fucked up. Like most of the middle America is poor. Like
and they get tired. They get tired of all these Americans paying all these taxes and they dumping it overseas and they're not helping the country and they're not putting the country
That's
first.
George Bush though. Blame George Bush.
Nope.
He the one that just did that shit. Niggas be trying to let that nigga slide. He did that shit. He signed that. What was the name of that shit he signed that made it legal for motherfuckers to do that shit overseas?
With the contracting companies?
Some shit that he made. That's why when you talk to most call centers, you speaking to like a Indian or some shit.
They started pushing some of our jobs overseas all the way from Reagan. They were doing it too.
They should have never started that stupid shit. That was the dumbest shit ever. Like they should have never not trying to pay niggas.
You know what I didn't know? Do you know most of our electricity is generated by coal still?
I know that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Coal, our grids need to be upgraded. Like we can't afford to have all electric vehicles on the road. It's going to destroy our grid. It's going to crash our grid. Our grids haven't been upgraded. They're old as fuck. So to go to the all electric, the Green New Deal shit, it's going to fuck. We're going to have rolling blackouts. If we go to Europe went all green before they were supposed to. They don't got good internet. They don't got a good electricity. They have rolling blackouts. They're shit shitty. I can count on my hand. I've been in this house since 2012. I can count on my hand how many times my powers went out.
I don't get blackouts either. Never.
But like, if they do what they're trying to do, you're gonna have blackouts because the great king.
I just hope, man. Listen, man. No disrespect. One thing with Rich Whitey though, they know how to fuck some shit up. Like y'all fucked America up. I'm gonna show you what slavery, the karma to y'all getting free labor. Y'all want to still keep getting free labor. That's why y'all keep sending all our jobs over there.
Yeah.
Y'all don't want to pay nobody. Y'all hoarding money. That's why it should be a president. You shouldn't be over 50 years old to be able to be a president. You shouldn't be no old. That shit is
right
stupid
now,
as fuck.
The youngest you can run is 35. You had to be in the United States for at least 14 years. If you have
most of them be like 70, 80 years old. Like, stop letting them old white men be president, man. That shit is stupid. Like, Obama, they don't. Yo, man, old white men, you can't get them to change their mind. You can't have no conversation with no old white men. They're never going to change their mind, and even white people can agree to that. Go try to change your grandfather's mind about some shit. He's not changing his mind.
Here's one thing hill I die on. If you can vote at 18 and you can die for your country at 18, you should be able to do everything. Nothing should be 21. If 21 is the age, then everything needs to be 21. You shouldn't be able to go die for your country. You should pay for the motherfuckers' education until they're 21 because you're the one that made them half a citizen. I hated that shit even when I was young. Like, why can they go die at 18 and they can't have a fucking beard?
You know why them laws stupid like that? You know why a lot of laws in America dumb as fuck. You know why? Because old men wrote them shits. Stop letting them old ass dogs. Them old men they think weird. Like a lot of time, that's why if you notice most old people, right? Think about all the gang niggas in your neighborhood. Most of them was raised by their grandmother. Grandma can't raise no kids. Grandma doing weird shit still. You could lie to your grandmother believe in all that shit. Your moms ain't gonna believe. Your mama cave your chest in. Your grandma is believing all that shit though. That's why most of the worst niggas in the neighborhood was raised by their grandmother or their grandfather. I swear to God. Most of them
seem like it.
The terrible niggas. Because grandma, though, you could lie to her. Oh, grandma going to bed 6:30. You outside on a school night. That type of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Grandma be have her side dude Willie.
Oh, this nigga crazy.
Clapping them cheeks.
Nigga crazy.
Facts.
Yo,
crazy.
Here's the funniest story about grandmas. The dude that wrote Game of Thrones, right? He took a DNA test and he found out his dad is not his granddad's kid. So they found out the marriage broke up and they thought granddad cheated. Granddad went to his grave having the whole family think he cheated when grandma gave up them cheeks to somebody. Now, he might have cheated. That's what I told people. He might have cheated. But grandma let someone clap them cheeks and create an offspring.
My nigga. That shit been they got stories and shit like that in the Bible. Yeah, this shit been happening. This ain't new. Like even all these little even the alphabet community. This ain't, you know what's the difference between now and back then? We just could see it because of the internet. This shit been around. Like
I told people too. I said,
and now more people is not afraid to come out because it's out in the open now. But this shit been around. This ain't nothing new.
That's what I told people too. I said like these folks been around since the beginning of time, running the country. But the only thing is like you can't. Back then, you couldn't create a legacy and build a family if you're in a same-sex situation. You
and play games, they'll beat your ass. Like
true.
most of them niggas that I know like that in the hood be whooping ass, like because they've been in more fights than most regular niggas.
Yo, there's this one kid.
That is a fact.
I told a story. I'm gonna tell a legend. I'm not gonna say his name. We'll call him. I ain't gonna say the nigga name. He was the only openly gay dude, but he had thump game in Central High School when we was in.
Whoop them niggas will beat your ass.
And then he would tell him, "I'm gonna whoop your ass, then fuck it after." He never raped anyone, but he would whoop your ass.
Just saying shit. But look, I don't think this might be controversial, but I don't think it should be if you don't use like no weapon or nothing. I don't think it should be no laws like no them kind of laws. Like if you fight one of them niggas and you just beat them up, it should just be that. It should just be that. Well, unless you use a weapon or something, then that's something different.
Yo, in Washington State, they got government sanctioned fisticuffs. You can go to a police station if you got beef with a dude, and y'all can set up a fist fight.
And them niggas will whoop your ass, man. I got a cousin that nigga beat shit down the nigga. Most of these niggas love. I'm telling you. I don't play around with them people. They'll beat the fuck out you.
No.
But I know in Atlanta, they down there whooping on niggas all the time. I guarantee you, there's probably plenty of videos of them niggas beating on niggas all the time. Them niggas will beat your ass, nigga. Because think about it. When you go to the club, right, most of the fights be women in the club. Like, a lot of them niggas
violence quick.
Yeah, they be just like, they be having the same kind of attitude as a woman, so they'll beat your ass, nigga.
That's what I tell people. Like a woman, you could say some shit to her, and she's just like, "Oh," and slap you, and then people like. Here's what happened to me. Okay, I ain't gonna tell that story. That's a little too bad. We'll say that for another night. Because it put me in a bad light. I did some slimy nigga shit in the story, and I'm not ready to be a slimy nigga.
You got a million of those.
You said I got a million of those.
I'm sure you got a million of those.
But my thing was like I seen a lot of girls resort to slapping people when they should
slap you all the time. Like,
here's the thing: is other women and men here in the States will step in to protect the person who started the assault. If you're overseas and you hit a man, you're on your fucking own.
Oh, no
one's gonna help you. That man's gonna fuck you up. He gonna slap this shit back out of you.
I ain't gonna lie though. Over here in the 80s, it used to be like that.
Yeah.
People used to mind their business, and in the 80s, shit used to be a little bit different. Because I remember seeing like shit used to be. It wasn't that many heroes. Like you'll see somebody get done dirty in the street back then. Like it was no hero shit. Like remember, wasn't no cameras and none of that shit. So you might get dealt with too, like playing around. Like, man,
I had a few friends in high school that were flamboyantly gay. If they wasn't trying to hit on nobody, if they liked you, they'll tell you. And if you didn't like them back, that was cool. But the moment you said that, gay, who works to them?
Drop the
F-bomb.
Man, they turned that whole school into WrestleMania.
Them niggas will beat you there, stab you, all that shit playing around.
Yeah. And you know what's weird today is like there's the new the closeted cats that talk like regular dudes. They're not flamboyant whatsoever. They're athletic. They're regular dudes. And then they is about that lifestyle. And they'll let you know. My favorite one of my comedians, I can't remember his name. He did this thing how he got accidentally took on a date. He was playing pickup basketball with a dude, and the dude like he said I didn't know. He said the dude was like 6'5". He was dunking on mugs. We was having a good game. Yo, dude, you good at this thing? He said, yo, I got some tickets to a Lakers game. Word? He said, put your number in my phone. He said, okay. And then he picks the phone. He puts it. He gives it to him. So the dude, he said, I'll pick you up and take you to the game. So in this bit, the dude shows up to his house in a fucking really nice vehicle, leans over and pops the door open for him. He gets in, the truck's all big.
Had you feeling like a bitch.
Yo, he said he didn't realize how bitch-like it was till after the date that he didn't realize was a date.
He started reflecting back on that shit, like, man.
When a dude tried to lean in and kiss him at the end of the day, he's like, yo, dude, what you doing? He said, I'm gay. Nah, you ain't gay. He's like, right.
Man.
You're like, this was the date. He's like, it was. Then he started going through his shit. He was like, literally, if I find this nigga, I'll send it to him. I used to watch him.
I think I seen that clip before.
He used to do videos with Big Ja and like what's it? Ja, what's our dude? The dude that does the SmackDown, Ja.
Big Ja. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's with that crew. Like when your whole crew's stupid, he was the one that was correcting everybody when they would say stupid shit. He was like, yo, it's Mises, it's feets. When your feet all wrong, it's just feet. It's not feet, it's feet. And Mises, and he was like, no, it's mice, bro. Oh, you gonna try to tell me that it's this, dude? You gonna...
Black people put an S on everything anyway. I don't give two fucks. I'm with the shits. We put S's on, and we don't realize that shit, but we do. Like, it sounds funnier when you put an S on it, though. Like,
for real.
We put S's on everything.
Bill Burr had a bit where he said, Black people figured out a way. You put the cuss word before you say the race of a nigga. He said white people can't get that. He said so many careers would have been saved. He said this motherfucking Asian dude. He said, what did that Asian dude say? And the white people would be like, this Asian fucker or some shit like that. I gotta find a bit. I'll send it. I'm fucking the joke up.
We mastered the art of cussing, period.
Yeah, true.
Nobody cusses like black people, nigga. We'll throw two cuss words together and make it sound good. Like, we mastered that shit. If we wasn't cussing, nobody else would cuss. We made cuss words sound good because if everybody else wasn't doing, they wouldn't do it if we wasn't doing it. We mastered that shit. It was it's this show called Boardwalk Empire on they used to come on HBO. Now look, Michael K. Williams, the dude that overdosed.
Mm-hmm.
He was on The Wire. He played
the brother,
the gay dude. Yeah, he played the gay robber, the gay gangster dude, right? Mm-hmm. But anyway, his character on Boardwalk Empire was called Chalky White, right? So him and the main character name was Nucky Thompson. So they talking in like this they was bootlegging liquor. They talking in this warehouse, and something happens, and Chalky goes something, motherfucker. Right, so after they finish the conversation, Chalky walks away. Nucky walks away and goes, "What's a motherfucker?" We made that shit up. We started that shit. Like people probably was cussing, but we mastered that shit. Like we made it sound good. Like I'm telling you, people wouldn't be cussing like they do if it wasn't for us. Like,
yeah, black swag is a good thing. Black swag is a good thing.
We mastered that shit. Nigga throw two different cuss words together and make it sound good. Like, bitch ass nigga.
Look. When I heard an Asian dude call somebody a motherfucking bitch ass nigga.
Exactly.
And bro, when I heard that shit, I'm like, he had to hear that from somewhere, because he didn't just think about that off the top of his dome.
Hell no, listening to rap music and shit like that, or just who he hung around.
Yo, y'all made me think about this shit when I was in the army and we was in Guantanamo Bay babysitting the enemy combatants. One of the aliens told the general, "Hey, general, you bitch ass nigga." Right? And the general's like, "Who the fuck is teaching these guys
the music?"
That motherfucker called the general a bitch ass nigga.
One thing nobody won't give us, nigga. We mastered that shit. And you can't, and nobody can tell me, yo, you need to learn how to speak proper English. Nigga, I'm American. This shit we speaking is never be proper English, nigga. We ain't from English, stupid.
It's changing all the time.
All this shit is made up, nigga.
Yo.
All this shit made up. That's why they started everybody say ain't now. You talking about everybody. The smartest nigga on earth say ain't. Everybody say ain't now. Everybody. There's no American on earth that speaks proper English. Proper English is niggas from England. Nigga, what the fuck you talking about? We like Jamaican, nigga. We speak broken English. That shit is we making our shit up as we go along, nigga.
That's why shit's consistently changing, like words.
Exactly, because it's new.
Yeah.
The way we talk is new, nigga. So ain't all this shit made up. All the shit that we saying ain't words now. 100 years from now, they be words, nigga.
Yo, I had a debate. I told people I started calling Terrell a hood professor. I had a debate with a college professor, and I told him one of Terrell's takes in Terrell's words, and the college professor said, "Well, I wouldn't have put it exactly like that, but it's actually
layman's terms, nigga."
He said, "I agree with what he's saying." He said, "I wouldn't have said it like that."
I'm like a blue collar nigga. I'll break that shit in blue collar nigga language. Like
that's why I said you the hood professor. You're eloquently intelligent.
Nigga, no such thing as proper English, nigga, in America.
Hood format.
Nah, especially when all these different languages built this country, it wasn't English that did it. So
exactly, it's like a melting pot. So depending on my neighborhood where I'm from, like the slang it's a big Jamaican community too. Mm-hmm. So the slang we use be like half Jamaican and half American mixed up. That's how we talk where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? Like Jamaicans will say "why y'all say." When we greet each other, we'll say "why say." Hey, all this shit made up, nigga. The whole way we talk is just made up. and eventually the words we saying that they saying ain't words
will be words.
50 years from now, them shit to be words. They have a dictionary for that shit and all that.
You know what I'm saying? I think there's gonna be bitch ass nigga in the dictionary. It's gonna be some nigga who's a bitch ass.
Definitely. My kid gonna be the reason it's in there. I promise you. My first word in this world was fuck.
That's hilarious.
My second word was fuck. So I know my kid's gonna be some cussed ass motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Cuss words ain't bad, man. Them shit's that's society. They just words like every other fucking. It's an adjective.
That's what the same. I was about to say the same shit.
Yeah, it's an adjective.
Yo, I told you the story when my dad, because I never cussed in front of my parents until a certain circumstance. And our dad was like, when I was about 18 years old, I was sitting there talking to this motherfucker, and I was using like abbreviations for like the F word and all that. And he told me, he said, nothing's more annoying than a grown ass man that use abbreviations for cuss words. He said, say it with me, son. We'll say it together. fuck. 1, 2, 3, fuck. You can say cuss words. You can say cuss words, my
Pops is a master cusser too. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He's a master cusser who has a command of the English language. He don't need to cuss.
Nah, he don't have to. He's smart as fuck. Like, he don't have to. He just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's a master cusser though. He knows how to, you know what I'm saying, throw it. But to me, a conversation without some cuss words is like, I'm going to bed, nigga. I ain't hear that shit.
You got to throw at least
no
a couple.
grown person wants to hear other grown people talking without cussing in it, nigga. That's why TV dying.
Yeah. Everybody's going on.
If TV allowed just people to just say whatever they want, it'll still be straight.
Well,
YouTube blew up because you could come up here and almost say what you want to say, almost.
Yeah. Now you got to change certain words, like if it's the R word or certain things. Once you monetize, they kind of control it.
We on the street, man. We used to talking like, you know what I'm saying? Used to saying other shit for other shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that shit ain't no different. Because once they gonna start banning, once they catch on to what you saying, they gonna start banning slang shit too. Like, they gonna start saying you can't say this and watch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But luckily, it's a computer doing it, so you can always get around that shit.
I remember when I was in high school and we used to do things where the Jamaicans would like be MCing and they would say "bomba clot" and "pum pum pum," and then once someone told the teachers what "pum pum" meant and what "bomba clot" meant, all of a sudden they was like all freaking out about it. You can't say that. You can't say that.
Yeah, niggas been saying that shit forever. You just ain't know what it meant. Like, I remember when niggas started calling crack slabs, when they started calling a little crack in the bag slabs and shit, and white people didn't know what the fuck a slab was. Like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas started getting arrested. Police started knowing what it was. That's how that shit go. But they always find out like 10 years later. That's why when they start using our slang, it's corny by the time they get a hold of it. Like, so and that's on the shit quicker now though.
Well, it's gonna be a little quicker now because like right now it's so hard to hire police officers. If you got a non-violent drug offense, you can be a police officer now.
Could you?
Yeah.
I didn't know that I could go be a cop then. I could go be a cop then.
They've been bringing people in. If you got non-violent offenses, they've been bringing them in because they can't keep it. Like a lot of the other guys is like done. It's like, yo, I'm close to retirement.
I can't be no cop. I don't like how cops like. I don't like
either.
I don't like how they do. Like, yeah, I can't. I couldn't. Even if like. Cause you'll be like, oh, I'm gonna change how you can't change that culture, man.
No.
Cause
no way.
Bro, you gotta think about this, right? You know why I feel like that about police? When I be thinking about that shit, when I first got locked up, I was 15. I was a kid.
Oh wow.
Them niggas in there high-fiving. They was happy. And you know how I used to look when I was that young. Like,
he was 15, but you looked like he was 10.
12 or 10. And weird shit. Like, I was mad little. So these niggas in there, they got me. I'm mad little. They in there happy about locking a young nigga up. That shit is weird to me.
Yeah, it's
you know
not.
What I'm saying? Like, these grown men, or they probably was kids too, though.
Maybe in the early 20s.
Early 20s, yeah, but you know what I'm saying? I couldn't be no police, right? I'll be letting niggas go.
Well, before the pre-body cam situation, sometimes they would.
Hell no.
They just destroyed it.
Letting no niggas go.
Nah,
they catch you. They might let you go if they catch you with some weed or something. I'll be catching niggas with the burner. Like say if I catch a little nigga, like a kid, like you like 14, 13, I catch you with a gun, man, give me that shit. Go ahead. Kick him in his ass. Go ahead. I'll be doing shit like that, so I couldn't be no police. Like, I feel like police should be doing shit like that. You a grown man, lock a grown nigga up. But them kids, like some of them kids, you gotta lock their ass up too, though.
Yeah, some of them just don't have the guidance. They don't have the family members. They don't have the guidance to show them how to be a man.
That's what I'm saying. And a lot of them police didn't grow in these neighborhoods, so they don't know the difference between a badass little kid and a little kid that's a little misguided. Like they think they think they can tell if a nigga a gangster by how he dressed. Everybody dressed the same, stupid ass nigga. The mailman, the garbage man, the street nigga.
Bruh,
the fuck?
I'm from Louisiana, and I remember when I was younger, like real young, you couldn't tell who the gang members was. You couldn't tell who was banging because everybody was wearing crazy ass colors. They be wearing
Exactly.
They be wearing Mardi Gras colors. They be wearing these crazy like all blue shoes. I know Crips who wear all red shit all day. I know Bloods who do red all blue all day. Guarantee you don't know who they are.
The
But
street niggas
let the
know who the
person
other street niggas is. Like, you know what I'm saying?
facts. That's all that matter. Like,
Police think niggas wear a uniform though. They believe that. They don't know that. That's why they be shooting. Most of the people they be shooting don't really be street niggas. Cause this the thing. And I hate to say this for real. The day the police really like shoot an unarmed street nigga, it's going down, nigga. I'm telling you, like not a street nigga that drew his weapon or was in the wrong. Not no shit like that. The day the police shoot an unarmed street nigga, it's going down. Like a nigga that's somebody in his neighborhood, that shit is going down.
Yeah, especially if he was clean. He ain't been doing.
He wasn't doing nothing. Yeah, he was chilling.
Yeah.
It's gonna go down. It ain't gonna be like no peaceful. The day they do that, that's the day I'm dreading. Like I hope that don't never happen.
Yeah.
Like say you in LA and you shoot one of them Crip niggas and he was just minding his business and he wasn't doing nothing that day.
The whole neighborhood gonna burn down.
but I'm gonna tell you the reason why I don't think that's gonna happen. Is one reason, and that reason is Hellcats.
You said Hellcat?
The car?
Them niggas look, them niggas are getting caught in the Hellcat. I don't care who you are. Like
that's a fact. They ain't them strikers. They getting away. Them strikers. Like
them demons, them strikers.
The ghoul, the track hawk. That's what niggas are sliding in now though. Them track hawks, the demons, the ghouls.
Bro, I watch YouTube videos of cop chases, bro. And out of all the cars that they can't catch, that's number one.
Yeah, they can't catch them shit. They call them shit strikers. You ain't catching that shit, nigga. You ain't catching the track hawk, the demon, the ghoul, or that Hellcat. You ain't catching none of them shit. The red eye, none of that shit.
Yep. You know what I didn't know? I could have fought my I told you I got paced by a state trooper on my Harley going. He said 100, which I know was a lie. But I could have fought that shit because he paced me. If he didn't use a radar thing, I could have beat it. But I just took it and just left.
Yeah, I never put guilty on my tickets ever. I put not guilty on every single. Somebody told me to do that, and I do that every time. You know why? You never pay with. First of all, they either throw the ticket out or you never pay what's on the ticket ever.
Well, mine was it was a reckless charge, so I had to go to court. I couldn't plead on the ticket itself.
Oh, because you was over 80 or something like that, right?
Man, he said he paced me going 100.
Yeah, but I think what they give you reckless for is over 80, I think, ain't it?
Yeah, over 80.
That's trash. Everybody go over 80. It was
bullshit. Yeah, I know he was lying. I was going way faster than that.
Nigga, over 80 is normal miles per hour.
I was going way faster than that. I know that nigga was lying.
Then 100?
Couldn't say in the court. I was going well over 100.
Oh, you should. I would have definitely said I wasn't doing nothing then. That nigga lying. I know he lying.
He definitely was lying if he paced me going 100. And then the thing about it, he paced me well after I slowed down 2 times over.
I ain't gonna lie too. America need to make that a law for every state. Police need to not be able to lie while they on duty. Them niggas lie too, goddamn. Is the most lyingest niggas on earth.
Now I'm gonna tell you why. Me and my bro had a conversation about this the other day.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, because what I do is on TikTok. I started a business 2 years ago teaching people consumer law, and I stumbled across it when I was going through a desperate time in life, and it changed my life to the point where now I help other people overcome what they're dealing with. Mm-hmm. So one of the people I taught consumer law, he hit me up. He was like, yo, I want to talk to you about something. He said he went to court and he noticed that every attorney associated with his case kept saying, you don't want to go to trial. You want to just take the plea. He said, "No, he didn't want to take the plea." He kept telling him, he's like, "No, I'm not. I'm going to trial." The moment he said he's going to trial, the lawyer started bumping his guns about laws that out the blue that wasn't appropriate for his case. But what I taught him, he was able to use to say, you know what, I'm going to try and I'm going to win. But what it comes down to it is most of these people don't understand that these courthouses are nothing much more than banks for ignorant people.
Facts.
That's it. The people that's not willing to fight, that's willing to sit there and accept the shit, they're the ones that got to pay that fine. We got to pay that ticket. But the motherfuckers who know some shit or understand some shit, they're going there not to pay nothing and walk out there with nothing on their record.
You give me a ticket, nigga, I'm putting not guilty. I don't give a fuck about dead ass wrong. I be putting not guilty on all them shits. Like I've been doing that shit for years, nigga.
Prove it, nigga. Prove it.
Police be lying, nigga. When you go to court, right? The niggas in the court know the police be lying too. They know that. Like, they niggas be lying.
The guy that gave me my reckless, I knew he lied. He never paced me. He saw me going by at a fast rate, and he followed me until he got me into a jurisdiction where he thought he could win, and that's when he pulled me over.
I'm convinced if you've been a cop for over 5 years, you're a liar, and nobody can
that long.
Yeah, because I give people a heart. I give people it take at least 5 years for your heart to get all the way dirty. And I feel like when you get in that culture, you just get a dirty heart. It's a lying ass culture. Them niggas be lying, dog. They lie on paperwork. Them niggas be lying. Yep. Them is the most lying. That's probably the most lyingest job that I ever seen.
This cat lied on me, and he knew I was like in the law enforcement realm. He didn't give a fuck.
Them niggas don't give a fuck about that shit. Niggas do not. They see nigga. And they think you, and they don't, the crazy shit, they lie so much, they don't believe you.
Yo, and
they don't believe you.
He was a black dude. The black dude.
Yeah, that don't matter. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This is what I be trying to tell you. It's like even like right when they be like, oh, the black dude got beat up by black cops. It's still racism, nigga. That culture, the police department, the culture there is nigga. Them same black cops be in there while the white cops be telling them black jokes right in their face. Them niggas be laughing along with that shit. The culture is against niggas. Like, and nobody can tell me nothing. That's why that's why you think you see police, right? They'll go up on somebody's grandma talking crazy. Get on the ground. This somebody grandma.
Yeah, I seen him tackle a grandma recently.
Like, what the fuck y'all doing, nigga? Come on, dog.
The grandma with cancer too, and the dude.
Y'all can't let grandma. Y'all can't. That's what I'm saying. Y'all can't let grandma rock.
All she was doing was recording, and then the dude that they were tackling said, "No, leave her alone. She got cancer," and they still tackled her.
They don't believe nobody. Them niggas lie so much. I'm telling you that's what it be. That's why when niggas be saying, "Oh, I can't breathe," you're breaking my heart. They don't believe that shit.
Nah,
they don't believe nobody. Police automatically think you lying.
Mm-hmm.
That whole culture of the police is fucked up. I'm telling you. And they be like, "What they need more training. Ain't no fixing that shit. It's just it's just what we got to deal with. It's police."
Yeah, one of the reasons they'll never fix their circumstances because in a lot of circumstances, if a motherfucker is lying, you wind up with a bullet to the face. You misjudge it, and they're gonna jump to conclusions, and it's fucked up every time. And there's no way to fix that, especially if it's in the hood.
What you mean you gonna end up with a bullet to the face?
I watched. Attacking somebody, grandma. You ain't gonna want to move this.
You know how police be getting shot? I can tell you the prime example why police be getting shot. You know why? Underestimating other white people.
That is true.
That's why they be getting their ass tore up, nigga. That's what be tearing them up. White men, nigga.
Oh, it's not only them.
I'm saying the majority of the shootings, nigga. It ain't like niggas in the hood ain't shooting police.
If it's near the border, the Latinos will put a bullet in their face.
That's a different circumstance, though. That's a whole different because now if you're approaching that circumstance different, that's a different scenario because you could be dealing with a cartel. That's different. Yeah. But nigga pulling somebody grandma out the whip on whatever boulevard is nuts.
Yeah,
yelling at her, running up in people's houses. You don't know. You don't got the wrong address. Because y'all niggas on Adderall and steroids. That's another problem too. They need to talk about how half the police on steroids. And I know this for you know how I know this, how I found this out. I used to always be like, why them niggas come outside all aggressive, right? Supervisor, white dude at my job. This nigga got hired. He had a whole indictment. He said, I'm indicted. I'm just waiting to get sentenced. He got indicted because he had a steroid ring. They were selling steroids. He told me all his clients was police officers, state troopers, and COs. All of them.
What?
Now, put that steroid use into how aggressive these niggas be acting with Auntie and them. Why y'all be acting like that with old ass men and all that? Old men with heart problems and all this weird shit.
Yeah, I can't argue
y'all
that.
Come outside on some aggressive steroid shit. Y'all go lift all these weights, getting all big and brolic and shit. That's how y'all able to run niggas down with all that body equipment down on too. Like y'all cheating.
Yeah.
You shoot him. You're overly aggressive for no reason. Why? Y'all be over escalating situations all the fucking time when the shit could have got de-escalated. Just take the nigga to jail. That's why I told you about the George Floyd shit. Why ain't just take that nigga to jail? Why y'all was sitting that nigga on the ground?
Well, the problem they had with the George Floyd shit was they didn't point out what really went down that day.
What you mean? You talking about the people?
George Floyd was almost in the vehicle. He kicked the shit out of the officers.
All right, cool. Stuff him in the vehicle and like you do anybody.
That's what he should have done. He should have
taken. They got too many excuses. Like, look, they said they had him in the vehicle. They kicked him. They got out the vehicle. So they laid him on the ground. Oh, the people was out there wilding. Nigga, pull your pistol, telling people to back the fuck up, throw that nigga in the car and take him to jail. Why y'all was on the ground so long?
It didn't make sense.
That's my point. Like, they be overly aggressive, wanting to hurt something, nigga. Yo, you do know I know niggas that used to go to the club just wanting to knock niggas out. So I know it's people out here that just come outside wanting to hurt people. You think police ain't on that shit too?
They were saying that the nigga that go to the club that want to knock niggas out obviously is a broke nigga who don't got no money.
But that's a fact too. But they do exist though.
True.
The half police be beating on their wives and shit. That's why they wives be leaving them and shit.
Facts.
That ain't even. That's a statistic fact. Like, they be losing their wives. They be beating on their wives and shit.
No, but the men that do that shit, they never got into a fight in their life. So
they don't do that to no men. They don't get aggressive with men.
Yeah, for real.
Most of the time, I know some niggas that beat up the girl that be aggressive with niggas too, though.
There's always the anomaly. They're just an aggressive ass person, like violence,
or overly emotional man. Like most killers and shit, niggas that be killing niggas is the most sensitive niggas on earth. Because they kill you for some little shit because you hurt their feelings. That's really what that is.
That's what an old school.
It sounds soft, but that's what it is.
No, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, you hurt the nigga feelings, so he killed you because you hurt his feelings.
That's what an old school thug talked about it. Like he had a cat. He was in a prison. He was like, "Yo, what most of these niggas in here for?" He was like, "For murder." He said, "But they killed a nigga because that nigga made them feel some kind of way." He's like, "Feelings change, nigga. You don't have to kill a motherfucker because you feel bad, but it made you feel some kind of way. You gotta fucking change that shit."
Now, not all the time it be over no feelings. Sometimes it be real shit.
Sometimes, yeah, if they done some crazy.
Nigga might have robbed you or some shit like that, or shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times it be like, man, a nigga was messing with my girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I ain't never got violent. Yo, I'm gonna tell a quick story. It's a quick one. There's a girl that I was dealing with that went back and smashed one of my homies. Now, honestly, my homie knew her before me. She was trying to get me to beef with that homie. Terrell know this story.
I do?
Yeah, you know it. I'll tell you after we log off.
Oh, all right.
When she came to me, And she's like, yeah, I fucked this dude. And I was like, yo, for real? My homie tore it up because that's how we do, nigga. We beat the pussy out. I told her, she was like so fucked up over that. And she was like, how are you? She was mad as fuck. She was trying to get me to beef with another guy that I'm cool with over her choosing to fuck him. Horrible.
But that's the thing. I'm not about to do that. If you let somebody else smash, that's his problem now. Like, I'm not dealing with that.
I definitely ain't got no issues with him because he did what a nigga did.
He did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah, like
you want me to beef with the fact that you allowed him to?
Right, like right?
And
then you come tell me like I'm supposed to feel some kind of way about him. Bitch, I feel some kind of way about you now. Like, what are we doing here? Like,
yo, and then her and I was already done. She was trying to get me back. She thought that shit was gonna ease me back into the city. I was like, nah, bitch, that makes it worse. You trying to make me beef with a motherfucker I actually love? That's my dog. You'll never make that happen. Good luck.
That's some cold shit.
Yeah, it was some wild shit.
That's some cold-blooded shit, man.
Maybe I need to write some. We gonna write some books and shit. Have some. What's it called? What's that shit called? The novels, the graphic novels. Of the story. Carl's already writing them.
I be wanting to write a book. I'm just too lazy.
You got it.
That shit is a lot. Like that shit is
a lot of work. It is.
It is. Yeah, that shit is a lot. I be too lazy.
Honestly, just with the history of our family, if you start writing it early, you'll be the first one to do it.
That shit is too much.
Nobody's doing it. I thought about doing a life story just with my section of what I've experienced, and there's some good shit I could actually do it, but I said I have to do it more of a, what's the word I'm looking for? A fictional novel. Like add shit into it, change the circumstances, change the time frame.
That's why I wouldn't write no story. I would never write no book about me. Like there's way too much shit. I wouldn't be able to tell nothing.
Your shit would be written in volumes.
And I wouldn't be able to tell, like, it'll only be like I wouldn't be able to tell the real shit. It'd be too much shit that it's mad niggas still alive.
Change, yeah.
Yeah, I ain't doing no shit like that.
Yeah. It makes sense.
But I was thinking about maybe writing a book on maybe Billy's life if I could get like enough information.
Billy's life, especially how gangster that nigga was, would be a phenomenal story.
Would be crazy.
Actually,
but
Billy
that's a lot
and
of work
Jay,
too. That's a lot of.
You have to write it.
Add them both. Yeah, add them both.
You have to write them both. Yo, Russ, these are two of our uncles, our father's brothers.
They both died in the street and shit.
Yeah.
I remember you telling me.
Yeah, Russ been around for a minute, man. Russ been around for a minute.
We shared a lot of stories between each other's lives, when sober and not sober.
Yo, that's why. Drunk Julius likes to say weird shit. So I told Russ, you gotta take it up with that nigga. I don't remember what I say. I would say like all sorts of weird shit to this nigga. Be like, yo. He actually, we got to do the pause video, the Damon Dash pause video. Hold up, I'm gonna try to grab that shit.
Grab it right now.
The Damon Dash pause shit is hold up, I gotta go to Discord.
So yesterday I asked him in Discord, did he know the second part to the pause game, and he was like, no. So I brought up the Dame Dash interview where he explains it. And right before the minute mark, he kind of explains exactly what the pause game is and how it came about, and the second part to it that nobody really understands unless you're from the East Coast. Right. And I'm not from the East Coast, but I grew up around people from the East Coast. So I always, every time somebody says some weird stuff, I will always say, "Hey, yo," and so it was just a thing. And so every time Julian say some or Juju say some crazy stuff, I'll be like, "Hey, yo." And he'll say pause after like that pause don't count no more, bro. Now I got the right to just flame you right now. But so for the podcast, for everybody, you about to see the video that explains what I'm talking about right now, so you have a better understanding and put you in a position to use it more fluently.
On the correct side of the pause circumstance. That shit had me rolling, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That shit had me rolling. All right, here we go. Let's present. Not video file. Share screen. Yes, sir. This shit had me rolling. Hold up. Where we at? Oh, it's already there. Damn. Let me hit play. That shit just loaded in like quick.
Rumor is you started Pause.
That's no rumor. That's a fact. Ain't no rumor. Yes,
that's you.
Me and my crew. Because I don't want to take.
How did that come about, though? Dan?
Yeah, it was levels to it. First, it was because people don't even know that there's another half of that game. So like, I don't even want to tell the secret because we never told people about Pause. It was always like a secret that people figured out. But it just was first. It was I don't like that. So if you did some shit, we'd be like, I don't like that. And no, first it was Ayo. And then it was I don't like that, and then Ayo became the response. Like if you say pause, if you say something crazy, and somebody says Ayo first, and you can't say pause no more. You just laugh at it. So but people don't know that. That's why if I said pause, you can't laugh at me no more. But if you go Ayo before I say pause, then it's on. But people don't even know that half of the game. So sometimes you might hear me like somebody say some crazy shit. I'll be, hey yo. Or something. If they don't know, that means they can't say pause. That means it's over for them. That means you can laugh at them all day. So there's another half of that game.
I just heard Cameron saying pause on his podcast.
He can't
left from right. Did he get it from you? He stole it?
Not stole it. We grew up together.
He borrowed it.
What happened is you can't say no homo. He'll get canceled for that.
Right. So that's why they just started saying pause.
Saying no homo. Pause.
Oh wow.
So he has to revert back to pause. And when they did it, like they're the younger version of us, so they were always the wilder, more flamboyant in your face with it. So they didn't hide things. So in my generation, we wasn't really trying to get caught in nothing. Like I couldn't have tattoos till I got out the game. We was playing it like that. But they're a little more flagrant about shit. So I'd always be like that no homo shit is offensive. Not now, but at some point, so we always stuck with pause. So now they're doing their thing on TV, which I like. And I'm happy about, they got to say pause or else they're not going to get any sponsors. I would think so. That's my logic to why he's saying that.
So pause, all you. That's you. Yes. You and your crew.
Yeah, the best out.
How long you been doing it? Or how long you been saying it? Or when did it come about?
Sharon say it now. I guess it's a dick.
But he's been around me. But kids, you don't understand. Little white kids say it.
Yeah.
Like it's not like it's like a thing. Like it should be like because they say and they don't know I made it up. And I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, and I don't want to do that to everybody and sound like Melly Mel going, I made up yes, y'all. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I did that.
Did Melly Mel?
He just threw a shot at Melly Mel for no reason.
Still, fuck around.
Yeah, he's staying in the gym.
Yeah, in Bronx. But they used to work out there. But yeah, we made that up. It's just my crew was always like the crew that we've always been so snotty that we didn't take. Like we always thought that being too tough was corny. So we always wanted to be. We always had fun, and to me, the funnier that you could be and relax is that's a tough person. But some person has to come in and act tough and all that shit. Like we laugh at cats like that because we know they're scared. You know what I mean? So we just be relaxed about things and we like to laugh. Like nobody wants to be tough all day. You know what I'm saying? So we always have little jokes, and our jokes would be like in ways that only we could laugh. So a lot of times people would just be seeing me laughing. Like I be making jokes just for me to laugh, not for everybody else. I don't want everybody to know what I'm laughing at because they can't take it. So it'll be some jokes I'd be like, man, if I say this shit would be hilarious, but I know they're not gonna like me. You know, but sometimes I can't help it. But if somebody crosses that line and starts snapping, then it's like on forever, and then you catch like a Just Blaze or a bank they'll get sensitive and shit sometimes.
Yo, our family
But
got
you started
humor
with
that's
it.
just
You know what I'm
between
saying?
the
It's
family.
never over. You don't tell me when it's over. It's like smacking somebody and getting mad when they knock your teeth out. You know what I mean?
All right, cancel that hoe. Yo, that motherfucker. I
Damn,
even thought about it. Yo, our family got humor and just lingo that's only between our family. Like this shit. Once we end the broadcast, I'll fucking talk about some of this shit because it's gonna be on future broadcasts.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So we gotta definitely do it. We gotta bring Fatty in. We got.
I told you I spoke to Will the other day and shit. So I told him, he was like, bet. Just gotta catch him when he's free one of these Sundays. You know, he work a lot too.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I don't work weekends, so I'm usually free
Yeah,
weekends.
me neither. So that's why I'll be straight. Like, I'm chilling.
Yeah. But hell, you probably need to shut this whole down. I actually want to talk to you.
Hours.
Yeah, I want to talk to you brothers off live for a few. But hey, listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you've come to this broadcast, make sure if you're coming from the YouTube platform, make sure you're smashing that favorite on Quarter Water TV, on Julian Blaq TV, coming on Twitch, coming on what else we streaming on? Oh, Facebook, Julian Blaq Live. Go ahead and come back anytime. But yo, stay blessed, stay positive, stay safe. I'm out.
Peace.
Peace.